What a wonderful introduction I have. Huh?
Again, I'm going to put these here. Anybody wants, please come collect.
Thanks for a very wonderful introduction. I have not come here to stop you eating what you want, but I only have come here to tell you what is happening. That's all, nothing more.
Basically, presentation is talking.
Just focusing on that.
Actually, the crisis is not farmers. It is everyone's. People are not knowing that crisis in your house, in your body, in your kids, within yourself. And the suicide is not just the farmer committing suicide, it is part of you. It is part of you committing suicide. It's not crisis of Telangana farmers. It's not crisis of China neighbors. Everything is happening to you. To you, each and every individual it is happening. Simply put, in America, the girls are menstruating at the age of 4, 5, 6. And you people are not recognizing. You are not even aware of it. Because the system now has made you believe that it is okay. That's what it is. But just if you go back 100 years, in America, the girls were menstruating at the age of 15, 14. And you have stopped asking this question. Why the hell a girl in America is menstruating at the age of 6 or 7? In fact, I am a very busy practitioner of homeopathy and I have no time to, in fact, even I have to see minimum of 150 patients a day. The problem is, if you wish, it will not go away. You have to do something about it. We have to do something. Telugu lo maatladeda, English lo maatladeda? Telugu. Okay, akkade rendu vaipu. Okay, whatever it is. So, it's not the farmer's problem. See, why no one is asking this, why the hell a girl is menstruating? Why the hell there is hair on the women's lips? Why are there so many beauty parlors? Why is a man not able to hold his urine? He just has to run the moment. He just cannot hold it. The technology is there. We have attached bathrooms in a bedroom. I can't believe that everyone has a toilet in the bedroom. Just to think of it is a big shake. What the hell are we doing? Where you sleep, you want to shit? What's this? So that means I cannot hold my urine. As soon as I go, I just touch the bathroom. Now in Japan, I believe, why the hell I should go to a bathroom? I have a button, there is a toilet coming under the bed. You just press the button, you have it. So we are trying to find solutions which are totally unwarranted. So now what am I supposed to do? If this fellow has a urine problem, they cannot hold, I'm supposed to make him hold his urine. He sleeps. He gets up 10 times by the time he gets up by 5 o'clock. Why the hell is he getting up 10 times to go to urination? He should just lie down at 10 p.m. and get up at 5 p.m. and that should be the solution. Now I'll develop an app so that he doesn't urinate. So I will give him a sensor to the leg. Before that urine comes, I will sense him, he will get up and then so that he can. What the hell are we doing? So why the hell that baby is menstruating at 6? So how can I make this boy or girl not have this problem? So now if I have a solution that all the girls in America will menstruate again at 15, and that should be the way. What happened? You gave the kids milk, saying it is the complete food. And this is what happened. And we are not interested in accepting that milk is not human body's food. We've got to accept that it is not human being's food. No, there is a business here. So in all the decisions that happened, we have forgotten to mention that word business. And that is the killer. That is the killer. So we have accepted milk as food because there is business. And no scientist wants to say, don't drink milk, or no doctor wants to say. A simple doctor should have just stood up and said, hey, what nonsense are you doing? Don't give milk to your babies. If you have milk in your breast, you give, otherwise don't do it. Period. Simple. This is the solution. Same thing to you guys. People who cannot hold your urine, just stop drinking coffee and tea. Within 6 weeks you will be fine, I'll guarantee. I have cured thousands of old. Earlier it used to be old, now I have to cure. My bad luck is I have to cure young boys of 25 years of age who cannot hold urine for more than 2 hours. They come running. Sir, I cannot hold my urine. It's okay with urine, they cannot hold their semen. What the hell is going on? And we keep on talking application, this, that, and all technologies, all machines, all missiles. What will you do? All these things won't help you. So you have to find real solutions. So what we are eating is the source of all the problems. So we have changed the food itself in the last 50, 60 years in the name of science, development, progress, all these words that we are simply painting all in our heads. So we have stopped looking at the problems as problems. We are searching solutions that do not exist because we are not even recognizing what the problem is. And these are few examples that I have been babbling. In fact, I left America. I was in America for 12 years. In 1997, I left. I was here in America in 1986. In fact, the same place, I think it was a smaller place, this convention center, I think. It's not this big, 23 years, 25 years. So the reason is that we started this business. This business has taken over. Everything is business. Science is no more science, actually. It doesn't exist as science, especially in the biological field. So this is the reason, and everyone has to understand this is the reason for all the troubles. So you can have all the analysis and go to the farmers, and it's not to the farmers we should go and tell. It is to the businesses. This has to change. So we need to accept the problem. So it is not this, see, we have committed suicide that our girls are menstruating at the age of 8. We have accepted. The whole community, the whole human race has lost that part. So the solutions are actually simple, but then we are complicating the problems themselves. So there is no solution that is going to come to you. So we lose something here, and we start searching here. How will you find it? Just simple thing. Everywhere, in all very advanced country, people are still drinking water in the plastic tumbers. Drink. Your internal, smaller intestine, celiac region is being coated with plastic nanoparticles, and you are not absorbing the simple micronutrients like selenium, zinc, and copper. People are losing hair, bald heads. Then we look at, oh, Tirupati is there, buy hair from there. And you get the hair from there. And then what happened? After 15 years, in India also people started drinking plastic water. They also lost hair. But the bhaktas are increasing into the Tirupati, but the hair has come down. That's this big problem. We don't have hair to buy also. Same thing, because we all started drinking water in plastic. That nanoparticles are going to coat. You are creating hydrophobic condition which should have been hydrophilic to absorb all micronutrients. Not only other nutrients too. So many kids at the age of 20 have lost hair. I have become bald, sir, I am not able to marry. I simply tell them, look, you just put your water, the plastic water, I call that plastic water. Plant plastic water, we are drinking milk in plastic. We are taking oil in plastic. What now? People are now drinking sambar in plastic, pickles in plastic, everything in plastic. As if that's not enough. Women are putting, why women? Everyone putting diapers because we are not able to control you to put the diaper. So from in, out, anywhere there is a hole, you put plastic in your system. All the diapers, you're happily cervical cancer, 18% is the reason for these stupid diapers. And kids, where do they, if they don't urinate, where will they urinate? Let them urinate. You clean that, they show them, they will be all right in 2 days. If a cat can learn, you just put a mud pot, the cat will come and urinate there instead of urinating there. So what did we do? We want plastic business. Diapers. We have created mountains of these diapers. My Bangalore city is now become dirty city. We used to have garden city, it's become dirty city with all diapers. What do? So if you stop drinking that stupid plastic water, you will be all right in 6 weeks. So you take the plastic water in a mud pot or a steel, just keep this copper plate overnight and use that water for cooking, for drinking, whatever goes in your mouth. 6 weeks, you will start having, young boys and girls start having hair back. But then what did we do? Oh, we have technology, we have cosmetic, but it's a cosmic problem actually. Hair, I will fix hair. Come on. So if I lose again, no problem, come again. So this is the business entity that is driving your sciences, developments and this and that and all. So what have we committed? Suicide? Suicide is a very small thing. Here we are losing ourselves. So a lady has hair on her lip. It's okay, I can shave. So how to shave? Beauty parlors. Another business. So all the ladies, you just stop drinking coffee and tea. In 6 months, your hair will disappear. Where it should be, it will come. Now people, young ladies are becoming bald. It's in 1 in crore or so used to have ladies are supposed to have bald head. But now 3 in 100 have bald head in ladies. We are changing the nature of the system itself. This is what is happening and we don't want to recognize. So we need to understand the problems are much bigger than some 3,000 or 25,000 you are having, fighting with the numbers. 29,000 people have died, millions have died. But it's not the death, it's how we are living. We are all becoming living dead. And I can go on rambling. 38% of Americans are obese. Obese is not a word, it is something beyond that actually. Each one weighing 200 kilos, 300 kilos. What nonsense are we doing? As if it is not enough, our cities in India have also got the same problem. Now 12% of young boys below 20 years are weighing 78, 98 kilos. So the problem is actually catching up everywhere, not just in America. The whole world is. So someone sets an example and we follow it. So plastic bottles came to India, plastic milk came to India, then oxytocin, estrogen in your milk. And no one wants to say, oh, milk is a complete food, it is entered into our textbooks. The moment said don't take milk, oh, what happened to calcium? Well, you are brainwashed already, you need calcium. Well, that comes only from milk. No, nothing else in this world has calcium. Just go to sesame seed, it has 10 times more calcium than your stupid milk. So, this is what is the problem. The problem is, we don't want to see the problem. You go on searching solutions. No, this is simple, because this copper, d orbital, free electrons, just take out all your nonsense, including viruses. So we have simple solution. This costs 150 rupees. And for lifetime, your children's time, everything water is clean. But no. I have RO technology, this technology, that technology. Go on doing, and you introduce more troubles. By the time you think you have done something today, your technology has caused more troubles. So we need to go this side, more towards nature, to find the solutions and fix the problems, not to increase our business potentials. So everything is converted into business. And sadly enough, we are converting this intellectual capacity also into business. And that is what is our attention deficit syndrome is all about. So ladies and gentlemen, 22 years ago I left US because I needed to find some real solutions. And we have actually found real solutions in the last 22 years. In fact, this so-called diabetes, so-called cancer, so-called HIV, so-called autoimmune diseases are all nothing but created problems because we have moved away from nature. We don't know what we are eating. Rice, absolute mayhem is creating in your body because it pumps in glucose in just 35 minutes. You consume 100 grams of rice, almost 35 to 40 grams of glucose is released as a shot, sugar shot. So, poor liver and pancreas, they don't know what to do. It is an emergency situation. Take this glucose, make it into cholesterol, make it into triglycerides, make it into rheumatic factors. Oh, what to do? There's a lot more. Tap it into the blood vessels, tap it into the bone. synapses. Everything is created just because of excess glucose, because the body has only 5 to 6 liters of blood. It can only take at a time for a period of time 6 to 7 grams of glucose. If you have excess, it is in the emergency condition. So pancreas is stressed, producing insulin, produce. So glucose, oh, let's send it here, send it there, send it there. So the poor pancreas is overstressed. After stress, and that is because you are producing sugar. Everglades are gone case because you have got sugar production. 1/3 of your land is consumed to produce, and the water that is supposed to reach the bay is not reaching. So it is the sugar that is the problem of your environmental degradation of Everglades. Does anyone say sugar is the problem? Does anyone say this meat is the problem? Does anyone say this milk is the problem? No. We are not even mentioning these things. The real source of the problems is the meat, the milk, the sugar, the alcohol, the coffee, the tea. All the mountains are just denuded because you want coffee and tea, nothing else. Not only in Indies, not only in India, not only in America, not only in Brazil, everywhere. And we all talk environment. Oh, environment is getting, what the hell are we doing here? We don't want to mention a single word that the coffee is the reason, tea is the reason, meat is the reason, milk is the reason, rice is the reason, or wheat is the reason. Unless you accept that this is the problem, no solution is going to come by. You can have 110 organizations, applications, do all that you want to do. No solution is going to come by unless you say milk is the problem. So environment, food, agriculture, all are separated, different departments are created. Everything is the same. It's not bit by bit, because it is easy for us to do business. So you are looking, separating everything and then talking, oh, I have a problem here, I have a problem here, I have a problem here. You do the dance. Nothing happens. All these things are connected. Your Everglades are getting lost because you are all drinking coffee and tea and sugar. So where is the solution? Unless you stop drinking coffee and tea, your Everglades and all the wonderful diversity will not come back. So our Kaveri, sir actually beautifully showed, lot of rivers are not perennial anymore, they have just become annual. The reason is simple, that we have cut all wonderful forests of Western Ghats and made them into coffee estates, tea estates in the north, the whole Himalayan range. Our Tata Coffee, Tata Tea, all these big companies have just occupied, they removed the forests. And then, oh, we have a lot of concern, corporate social responsibility, we have kept this much fund for environmental. What the hell are we talking? You go and cut the forest and then say, I have a fund. No one is going to help us. No one. Because they are doing business. You can help yourself. Stop drinking coffee. Stop drinking tea. Stop drinking this sugar. Stop taking the milk. Unless you stop, they will not stop producing. These are the problems. By taking coffee, people are not able to hold their urine. By taking coffee, they are not sleeping well. The గాఢ నిద్ర రావట్లేదు ప్రజలకి ఇప్పుడు. Only if you sleep well, you can hold your urine properly. How can you sleep well? When you walk, when you make your body sweat. A simple farmer is not willing to work in the field now because, as that gentleman said, I went there, I talked to him last year, now he is not there. Because he sees someone not working and still enjoying the so-called comforts. Yeah, why should I work? So there is a connection. So the rich, the so-called educated, the so-called civilized have to set examples for the whole world. We are not doing that. We are just doing the other way around. So the whole rich people should be seen walking, doing work. Then everyone will work. No, it will not happen. Then what do? We have gyms. And again make it into business. Oh, you obese fellow, come, I will teach you. Oh, you this way. You eat coffee, you drink, where will it go? You can go to gym 10 times. You will only put on more weight. This is the simple fact. Whether you are in America, whether you are in New Zealand, whether you are in Russia, whether you are a communist, whether you are a corporate rich, everyone has the same problems. 38 out of 100 have diabetes, period. 68 people have BP problems. 38 people have thyroid problems. 16 fellows take tablets just to shit daily. Can you believe this? They cannot shit. I just can't understand this. What are we doing? Oh, I want to go and settle on the Mars. Advance. Hurry, first shit. You do that. Yeah, I haven't used any unpacking. I'm very careful.
They'll get frightened, probably.
No, it's worse than that. We have crossed these horror movies. This is more horror than that. And we are not in a position to recognize that the horrific things have happened. And a buddhimanyano ayamani artham ante inkevi ledu. So the solutions are very simple. You have to go and search where you have lost. So తినాల్సింది తింటే రోగాలు పోతాయి. తినాల్సింది ఏమి అని ఆలోచించట్లేదు. ఆ గ్లూకోజ్ డిబుల్ అని రక్తంలో పడకుండా చూడాలంటే నియంత్రణ కావాలి. ఆ నియంత్రణ చేసే ఆహార పదార్థాన్ని మనం గుర్తించాలి. ఆహార పదార్థాలే మీకు ఆరోగ్యదాతలు అని గమనించాలి. ఆ దిశలో ఆలోచించే నిజమైన ఆహార పదార్థాలు ఏమిటి? నిదానంగా రక్తానికి గ్లూకోజ్ని సమతులనంగా సంయమంతో ఎంత కావాలో అంత, ఎప్పుడు కావాలో అప్పుడు ఇస్తూ ఉంటే మీకు రక్తంలో గ్లూకోజ్ ఎక్కువ కాకుండా ఉంటే, మీ నిర్నాళ గ్రంథులన్నీ సరిగ్గా పనిచేస్తూ ఉంటే మీకు ఆరోగ్యం అదంతకదే దేహంలోకి వస్తుంది. ఇంత చిన్న విషయం అనుకుని నిజంగా ఇది నేను చెప్పింది కరెక్ట్ అయితే గ్యాంగ్రీన్ ఉన్న వాడికి బ్లాక్ చేయాలి, హార్ట్ బ్లాక్ 90% ఉండేవాడికి బ్లాక్ తీసేసేయాలి అని చెప్పి సింపుల్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేద్దామని నేను ఇక్కడ వదిలేసి ఇండియాకి వెళ్ళి అలాంటి ఆరోగ్య పదార్థాలు ఏమిటి అని ఆలోచించినప్పుడు 5 ధాన్యాలు కనపడ్డాయి. అరికలు, సామెలు, కొర్రలు, అండు కొర్రలు, ఊదలు. ఈ 5 ధాన్యాల విత్తనాల కోసం వెతికితే యాక్చువల్లీ these 5 grains, foxtail millet is also known as Italian millet. Japanese millet is barnyard. Brown top millet is also called American millet. In fact, it was grown and used. They are enormous. The whole Texas, Arizona was just growing left and right. No one used to grow. It used to grow by itself. Brown top millet. And then Kodo millet, which is Himalayan belt all over Russia, China, everywhere it was. Kodo millet. And then little millet. Africa was just the biggest continent had the littlest millet. It is called little millet. It's called African millet. So I thought I can find some of this millet. You go to Africa, little millet is not there. Almost very small amount somewhere in very, very poor countries. America has lost. It doesn't even know that it had brown top millet. Japanese millet. It's not there. Italian, it's not there. Luckily, I went back to India, in the Western Ghats and some of the villages. I could collect these 5 grains. They don't know why they are growing, because by 1970s, the so-called hybrid varieties, Madam showed 1994, but I remember we had these hybrid varieties in India by the time 1980-85 itself we had them. So by 1985, India started eating rice. And not that rice was not there before in India, it was there, but it was very small quantities, somewhere near the big lakes, 1 acre, half quintal or something like that we used to go, and only we used to eat in very rare occasions like festivals, సంభ్రమాలకు మాత్రం వాడుతూ ఉండేది. అంతకుముందు అందరూ మన దేశంలో తింటున్నది ఈ ధాన్యం. దానిని ఏం చేశారు, ఇది ఇంత మంచిగా ఉన్నాయి, తృణధాన్యాలు పనికిరావు, చిరుధాన్యాలు అని చెప్పి పేర్లు పెట్టేసి మన మనసు, అంటే ఇది పేదవాళ్ళు తినేది, అందరూ రైస్ అంటే పేదవాళ్ళు తినేది, దళితులు తినేది, ఇలాంటి పేర్లు ఎందుకు పెట్టారు? ఇక సమాజంలో పెద్దవాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తే దాన్ని చేయాలని అందరూ అనుకుంటారు. మధ్యవర్గం పెద్దవర్గం కావాలని, కింది వర్గం మధ్యవర్గం కావాలని రెస్ట్లెస్నెస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు. ముందు ఈ బాధలు ఉండేవి, అందరూ అదే తినేవారు. మెల్లిగా మార్పు వచ్చి, దిస్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ విత్ దిస్ డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీస్, డెవలపింగ్ కంట్రీస్, అండర్ డెవలప్డ్. అంటే ఒక్కొక్కరు ఇక్కడికో వెళ్ళాలి, బట్ వీఆర్ ఆల్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ టు ద హెల్. Developing country, everyone is jumping into the same line because no one has health. Absolute mayhem we have created, and we are all thinking we are okay because you are learning managing the diseases. You are all learning to manage. You take this tablet, you take that tablet. One problem gets converted into the other problem. So how long do I take this tablet, Dr. B? Here you have to take lifelong. Thyroid problem, how long? Lifelong. Rheumatism, how long? Lifelong. Then if you get cancer, till you live. And this is the answers we have. So even in the so-called advanced countries like America or England, are we fooling ourselves or not? We are fooling, and we don't want to even accept that we are fooling ourselves. Lo and behold, God still has these grains, which if you consume within 6 months, all these problems get reversed. I have HbA1c 12.5. Tomorrow you have to get your finger cut because it is gangrenous. People come to me. I give them these wonderful grains. Eat every 2 days one grain, and then you have bunch poo telsa. Then kashayam tagadu babu. Tradex broken mens ani oka chinna pillalu aadukuntaru. Dani kashayam tagu oka varam. 3 వారాల్లో గాయం మాయమవుతుంది. రోజు 1 గంట సేపు నడురా ఇచ్చోడా. ఎందుకంటే రక్తంలో 5 గ్రాముల గ్లూకోజ్ ఖర్చు కావాలంటే కనీసం 1 గంట నడవాలి. ఆ 5 గ్రాములు ఖర్చు అయితే మళ్ళా గ్లూకోజ్ రావచ్చు. నడిచేది ఎందుకు? కార్ ఉంది, స్కూటర్ ఉంది, యాప్స్ ఉన్నాయి. టీవీ పోయి అక్కడ ఆఫ్ చేసి వచ్చేది లేదు, రిమోట్ టక టక టక. హౌ స్టూపిడ్ కెన్ వి గెట్? How stupid can we get? This is the prime example I give. ఆ టీవీ పోయి ఆఫ్ చేసి ఉంటుంది లేదు, రిమోట్ ఇంకా ఇంట్లోకి రాకముందేనే ఆన్ చేయాలి. ఇంట్లోకి రాకముందే ఆన్ చేయాలి. My God. I can't believe. ఓకే, అమెరికాలో జరుగుతుందంటే నమ్మొచ్చు, ఇండియాలో బెంగళూరులో జరుగుతుందంటే నమ్మొచ్చు, జమ్మలమడుగులో జరుగుతుంది. This is the sad story. So what do we do? And I don't know how many I have cured. Hundreds, thousands. Now people don't come to me. I just have given information free. ముందు వెళ్ళిన మొదట్లో నా దగ్గర డబ్బులు లేవు. I don't have a lot of money because I didn't want my daughter to menstruate at the age of 6 or 7 if I live in this country. నా కర్మ ఏమిటి, అక్కడికి వెళ్తే అక్కడ ఈ జెర్సీ కవ్వు వచ్చేసింది నాకంటే ముందు. అందరూ పాలు తాగుతారు. మా పాప చెప్తున్నాను, మా పాలు తాగొద్దమ్మా, మీ అమ్మ పాలు మాత్రమే తాగాలంటే అందరూ తాగుతున్నారు కదా. How can I tell her? But we managed because we gave her coconut milk. I gave her ragi milk. I gave her sesame seed milk. I gave her kusmal palicha. And my girl menstruated at 13.5 years. చివరికి మధ్యలో అక్కడ ఇక్కడ వేరే వాళ్ళు అయితే పాలు తాగట్లేదు, మీ నాన్న ఇవ్వట్లేదా, ఎంత క్రూరుడు, పిల్లలు పాలు. I was very happy being cruel. But I worked very hard. రాత్రి నానబెట్టి పాలు తీసి కొబ్బరి పాలు ఇచ్చేవాడు, కుసుమల పాలు ఇచ్చేవాడు. And you know, calcium is much more freely absorbable from sesame seed milk than your 1 liter milk తాగితే మీకు 900 milligrams calcium ఉంది. అందులో absorbable is only 200 milligrams. So milk is not at all a thing that anyone wants to take if you have calcium problem. The best thing is for you to eat ఒక చిన్న నువ్వుల లడ్డు వారానికి ఒకసారి తింటే మీ దేహంలోకి క్యాన్సర్ కూడా రాదు, నేను గ్యారెంటీ ఇస్తాను. నేను కాదు ఇచ్చేది గ్యారెంటీ, ఆ నువ్వులు ఇస్తాయి. ఎందుకు తెలుసా? చచ్చిపోతే మన దేశంలో నోట్లో నువ్వులు వేసి నారాయణ నారాయణ అంటారు. ఎందుకు? అప్పి తప్పి వాడి దేహంలో ప్రాణం ఎక్కడైనా ఉంటే నువ్వులు అన్నీ బయటకు లాగేస్తాయి. సో నువ్వులు వేసినా కానీ బతకలేదా వీడు, చచ్చాడు ఎందుకెళ్ళి ఇలా అంజలి అంటారు. అంటే నువ్వులు పోసినా కానీ నోట్లో వాడు బతికి రాలేదంటే వాడు చచ్చాడు అని. అంటే నువ్వుల్లో అన్ని అద్భుతమైన గుణాలు. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ there are so many things, so many wonderful nutrients and vitamins, and we have actually reversed back many cancerous conditions by giving నువ్వుల లడ్డు వారానికి ఒకసారి తినిపించి పారిజాత కషాయము, రావి ఆకుల కషాయము, జామ పండు ఆకుల కషాయం తాగించి అరికలు సామెలు తినిపించి అది వందల మంది సోకాల్డ్ మైలోమా ఏఎంఎల్ ఈఎంఎల్ ఏమేమో పేర్లు పెట్టుకుంటాం. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ క్యాన్సరస్ కండిషన్, నథింగ్ ఎల్స్. వీ హ్యావ్ రివర్స్డ్. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ కీమోథెరపీ, రేడియోథెరపీ అంతా అయిపోయి మొన్న నేను జనవరిలో ఆంధ్రాకి వెళ్ళి లెక్చర్లు ఇవ్వడం మొదలుపెట్టాను. కాకినాడ నుంచి ఒక అమ్మాయి 16 ఏళ్ళ అమ్మాయి బ్లడ్ క్యాన్సర్ అంతా అయిపోయి బెడ్లో పడింది. ప్రతి వారం రక్తం ఇస్తుండాలి బికాస్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ డౌన్. సో దే హర్డ్ మై లెక్చర్ ఆన్ యూట్యూబ్ అండ్ దెన్ స్టార్టెడ్ గివింగ్ అర్ అరికలు సామెలు పారిజాత కషాయం. 3 వారాలకు లేచి కూర్చుంది. 3 నెలలకు నడవటం మొదలుపెట్టింది. 6 నెలల తర్వాత నా క్లినిక్లో వచ్చి కూర్చోదు. నేను చూడలేనమ్మా, నీకు అపాయింట్మెంట్ లేదంటే, నువ్వు చూడొద్దు బాబు, నేను వచ్చాను, నిన్ను చూసేదానికి నేను వచ్చాను. షీ జస్ట్ పుట్ నమస్కారం అండ్ వెంట. అండ్ దెన్ జస్ట్ బిఫోర్ ఐ కేమ్ షీ కాల్డ్ మీ, సార్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు స్కూల్ అగైన్. ఐ హ్యావ్ హండ్రెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ సచ్ కేసెస్. ఒక ముస్లిం అమ్మాయి మాంసం బాగా తినేది, ఇద్దరు కనిపిస్తున్నారని డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తే నీకు లోపల ట్యూమర్ ఉంది, బ్రెయిన్ ట్యూమర్ అని చెప్పి ఆపరేషన్ చేసి కీమోథెరపీ, రేడియోథెరపీ అంతా చేసిన తర్వాత 3 నెలల తర్వాత నాకు ముగ్గురు కనిపిస్తున్నారు. సార్ మళ్ళా 4 లక్షలు తీసుకురారు అంటే ఆల్రెడీ 4 లక్షలు ఖర్చు అయ్యి మళ్ళీ 4 లక్షలు తీసుకురా. ఎక్కడి నుంచి తెచ్చేది బాబు? లేదు, ఇప్పుడు దాంట్లో ఖాదర్ ఉన్నాడు, వాడి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళు, వాడు ఏదో కషాయం తాపిస్తాడట. వాళ్ళు సరే రా అమ్మాయి, రూట్ ఆఫ్ గ్రావ్యులెన్స్ అని నాగదారి, దాల్చిన చెక్, నేను పారిజాత కషాయం ఒక్కొక్క వారం తాకిపించి కూరలు వండుకోరు, దట్ బ్రౌన్ టాప్ మిల్లెట్ అండ్ దెన్ యువర్ ఫాక్స్ టైల్. 3 నెలల్లో 3 కనిపించేది 2 అయ్యారు. ఇంకొక నెలలో 1 కనిపించారు. అంతా బాగుంది సార్, నేను చాలా బాగున్నాను, రంజాన్ వచ్చింది, మళ్ళీ మాంసం తినొచ్చు అని. ఉండమ్మా ఇంకొన్ని రోజులు పూర్తిగా బాగా తర్వాత తిందులే, ఇంకా 2 నెలలు ఆగలేని చెప్పి చివరికి వెళ్ళి డాక్టర్ దగ్గర ఎంఆర్ఐ చూపించుకో, వేర్ డిడ్ దిస్ ట్యూమర్ గో అంటాడు. కషాయం తాగి, కషాయంతో క్యాన్సర్ బాగవుతుందా అన్నాడు. ఆ మాట వచ్చి అమ్మాయి నాకు చెప్పిన వెంటనే నాకు చాలా సంతోషమైంది. ఇది ఎలాగా చెప్పారు, క్యాన్సర్కు కషాయం అనే ఉపాయం అని చెప్పి పెద్ద ఆర్టికల్ రాసేసి ఆ విజయ్ కర్ణాటక అని ఒక డైలీ వాడు పబ్లిష్ చేసేసి, పాపం వాడికి తెలియదు పబ్లిష్ చేయకూడదు. తర్వాత వేరే వాళ్ళు ఫోన్ చేసి ఎందుకు పబ్లిష్ చేసేవాడిని తిట్టారు. అందులో పబ్లిష్ అయిపోయింది కదా, నేను దాంట్లో నా శిష్యులు కొందరు ప్రింట్ చేసి కాపీలు అందరికీ పంచారు. అది వాట్సాప్లో అంతా తిరుగుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఎంతమంది ఈ కషాయాలు, ఈ ధాన్యాలు తినుకొని క్యాన్సర్ పేషెంట్లు, ఇప్పుడు డాక్టర్లు అక్కడ బెంగళూరులో కీమోథెరపీ అయిన తర్వాత అరికల గంజి తాగు అని వాళ్ళు చెప్పుకుంటున్నారు. అండ్ నౌ దిస్ డయాబెటీస్ నో వన్ కేర్స్. ఇప్పుడు బెంగళూరు one dealer, insulin dealer, he is also a patient, a diabetic patient. He also came to me and said, sir, now my insulin sales have gone down 38%. I'm happy, I want to go completely. And it is possible. When it is possible, నేను అంతా బాగా చేసిన తర్వాత వీళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు తెలుసా, మళ్ళీ చాలామంది, many of them are even doctors, some of them are doctors, practicing doctors.